the shortstop, number 3, Katie Olive. Your cleanup hitter, designated player, number 24, Bella Miller. Hitting 5th and catching number 10, Maria Time. Batting 6th and playing 1st, number 9, Kenzie Cox. Hitting 7th and playing right field, number 6, Grace Dooley. Batting 8th and playing second base, number 8, Eva Carlson. And rounding out for left field, center field, number 2, Olivia Perry. And the rest of your friends. At this time, please rise, face the flag as we honor America with our national anthem.
We welcome you inside Pamela Park in Edina for Edina girls softball this afternoon. Finally, a relatively decent weather day to say the least. Sun is out, still a little bit chilly, and a swirling breeze. That'll be largely a problem for today's outfielders to contend with. But we are live on the air. You don't need to adjust your picture. Softball is live this afternoon from Edina as the Hornets, looking for their second win on the season, they'll host the visiting Chanhassen Storm. The Storm, who only have played 2 games on the regular season. Edina has now played 5. This will be their 6th upcoming this afternoon. As the host Hornets in the home whites will take the field. Starting pitcher Mara Willett for the Edina Hornets. We'll take a look at the Chanhassen batting order. Leading off will be the right fielder Marin Browning. She'll be followed by the third baseman Susie Tollefson and the pitcher Sydney Schwartz. Due up in this first inning. Karina Tolberg, the shortstop. Hannah Holloway, the catcher. Shaden Benedict, the second baseman. Kenna Bergman, the first baseman. Greta Christensen, the left fielder. And Emily Lackey, the center fielder, is the Storm lineup for this afternoon. As we take a look around the horn at the Hornets defense, the catcher Maria Tyan this afternoon. Around the infield from left to right, Mia Kapoor, Katie Olive, Ava Carlson, and Kenzie Cox at first base. And in the outfield from left to right, Avery Cox, Olivia Perry, and Grace Duenhagen, the outfielders for the Hornets. And as we said, the starting pitcher, Mara Willett for the Hornets this afternoon. And we are ready for softball. Stepping into the box will be Marin Browning for the Chanhassen Storm. Browning, the RBI leader for the Storm with 6. We are ready for the game's first pitch. Browning with the sun reflecting off her helmet as the first pitch is taken in there for a strike. And we are underway from Pamela Park in Edina. Patrick Lilia along with Pete Wagner on camera this afternoon. The 0-1 to Browning is low and outside. Even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. We're just underway in the first inning. Brilliant sun shining on that gold helmet, as we mentioned. Pitch lined into center field. A diving attempt, but unable to come up with the ball as it lands on the lip of the outfield grass. So leadoff batter Browning on board with a leadoff single here in the opening inning. Susie Tollefson, the third baseman, will bat second. Runner at first, nobody out here in this first inning. First pitch high, 1 ball, no strikes. Edina coming off a loss at Delano, 8-3 over the weekend. Browning standing with a wide open stance as the 1-0 as the runner goes. The throw is off target. Browning with a stolen base. Oh, Browning gets the leadoff single, now in scoring position with nobody out. Tollefson, a 1-1 count. The 1-1 from Willette is high. Browning goes about 1/3 of the way to third base. Scrambles back to second base. Swirling wind right now, blowing largely from left to right, but we've seen it blow in. We've seen it blow straight out to left field. There's a drive into left field by Tollefson. Cox is back. It'll get over her head. Rounding third on her way in to score is Browning as Tollefson trades places with Browning, and the Storm go ahead 1-0. That's an RBI double for Susie Tollefson, and the Storm have a 1-0 lead. Talked about these unpredictable windy conditions likely playing a role in the flight of that ball as it got over the head of Avery Cox. Oh, Browning scores on the RBI double by Tollefson. Sydney Schwartz, the pitcher, batting third for the Storm. So Willette's pitch is grounded foul, just foul up the third base line. Just went behind the third base bag, or that would have been another RBI double. Hear that wind blowing hard now in our direction. No balls and a strike to Sydney Schwartz, and the pitch is low and in the dirt. Oh, Chanhassen off to a banging start. RBI double for Susie Tollefson after the leadoff single and the stolen base from Marin Browning. And the pitch is lined into left field, and that will get down for another base hit. So the first 3 batters all aboard with hits, as thinking about trying to sneak into second is Schwartz, and the rundown play will work out to perfection, as in to score will be Tollefson, and Schwartz goes down to second. Well, that'll be a single for Schwartz, and then she'll take second on the throw. So all 3 Chanhassen hitters have gotten aboard with hits. It's now 2-0. Karina Tolberg will step into the box for the Storm. So Willette's first pitch is high. Swung on and missed on the 1-0 to Tolberg. That'll even the count up at 1-1. Important for the Hornets here to leave that runner at second with 2 Storm players already in. A 1-1 is fouled back up into the backstop. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, that's 1-2 pitch on the way is outside. That'll even it up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Schwartz is at second. She had an RBI single, then took second on the throw home. As dancing on the base paths allowed Tollefson to come in to score if the 2-2 is low and inside for ball 3 is a full count. Willette got ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch swung on and hit into left field as Cox is over. Cox lets it go off the tip of her glove. Well, that'll be a double for Tolberg. Schwartz to third. A wind a little bit tough to contend with, as we talked about, as Cox appeared to have a play on it, but it just drifted away from her. No, all 4 Chanhassen hitters to come to the plate so far have reached. Now it's second and third with nobody out, and the batter will be the catcher, Hannah Holloway, as the first pitch is low for ball 1. One-0 is high for ball 2. Certainly not the start that the Hornets were hoping for this afternoon. 2 in, 2 on, nobody out for the Storm in the first inning. As the 2-0 is driven out into right field, that will land fair, and that will bring in 2 more Storm runs. That'll be another double, 2 RBI double for Hannah Holloway. It's 4-0 Chanhassen. Great job by Holloway to just send it the other way, drop it inside the right field line. 2 more Storm runs are in, and a meeting at the mound for the Hornets. It's 4-0 Chanhassen. All 5 Storm hitters to reach so far have gotten aboard. Nobody out in this opening inning. Holloway will be at second base. Shaden Benedict, the second baseman, will hit for the Storm. So Benedict wait for the first pitch in the at-bat, which is high for ball 1. Some bad luck for the Hornets in this first inning as well, with that wind helping that ball evade Cox's glove in left field, as the 1-0 is high for ball 2. And the 2-0 taken for a strike. Two-one to Benedict is swung on and missed, and that'll even the count up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Big thing for Willette here is just get that first out. I think once Willette gets that first out, then that'll be a big relief as the pitch in the dirt. 3 balls and 2 strikes to the second baseman Benedict, I should say. Holloway at second. Holloway with the biggest hit of the inning, a 2 RBI double. Made it 4-0 Storm. All 5 Chanhassen batters have reached. And the pitch lined into left field. That'll get into the gap. That'll bring in another run, as Benedict will trade places with Holloway. It's 5-0 Chanhassen. A very difficult inning for the Hornets in the top of the first. Unfortunately continues, and that will be it for the pitcher Holloway, it looks like. Head coach out on the mound to meet with Willette, who looks like will actually stay in the game. I apologize for jumping the gun on that. McKenna Bergman, the first baseman, will bat for Chanhassen. Already 5 in for the Storm. Still nobody out. Benedict at second base. First pitch on the way is taken in for a strike. It's a cool day, but the Chanhassen bats have been red hot in this first inning. 0-1 is high. One to Bergman is on the ground to short. Up with it is Olive. Throw across is in time, as then taking third on the throw is Benedict. But the big first out for Willette. Bergman grounds out to short, but she does move Benedict over to third in the process. Greta Christensen, the 8th, stormed to bat as a liner foul out of play off the left side. Makes it an 0-1 count. Pitch lined again, foul. That one will stay inside the fence this time, but virtually identical to the flight path of the first pitch he lined down the left field line in this at-bat. Willette now ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. We'll see if she can put Christensen away for the second out. Christensen's blue bat reflecting the sunlight as the pitch grounded up the third baseline. That's a fair ball. Throw across. Christensen is out, but the run will come in from third on the throw. That's Benedict. So Kapoor made a good throw across to Cox to get Christensen, but Benedict comes in with the 6th Storm run of the opening inning. Zemeli Lackey, the 9th Storm to bat. Pitch taken outside. Lackey will take a pitch in there for strike 1. That'll even the count up at 1-1. Oh, Willette retiring the most recent 2 batters. Liner to short and a nice catch by Olive, and that ends the inning. But the Storm gets 6 runs on 7 hits. After 1/2, it's Chanhassen 6, Edina coming to bat. You're watching Edina Athletics. Coverage of girls softball. We'll step aside, come back as the Hornets coming to bat. welcome you back to Pamela Park in Edina. The Edina's bats coming up for the first time. They've got some work to do. The Storm scoring 6 runs on 6 hits in that opening inning. The big blow, a 2-run double for the catcher, Hannah Holloway. So the Hornets will come to bat for the first time. Avery Cox, Mia Kapoor, and Katie Olive due up as they'll face Sydney Schwartz, the Chanhassen pitcher. 6-0 Chanhassen as the first pitch is swung on and missed by Cox. Oh, no balls and a strike. Schwartz's 0-1 is taken outside. That evens the count up at 1-1. Still a lot of softball left to go. Well, if you're the Hornets, you can really kind of look at it as, get a run here, get a couple of runs there. Try to get yourself back in this game as they gave up 6 in the first inning as the 1-1 is swung on and missed by Cox. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Willette retired the final 3 batters after giving up the first 6 hits as the 1-2 is outside. That evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cox, Kapoor, and Olive for Edina in this first inning. Miller, Tyen, Cox, Duenhagen, Carlson, and Perry round out the batting order as the pitch taken high. That fills the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And just like I think it was a big thing for Willette to get that first out in the top of the first, just get a base runner here to start the inning and see what you can do. The payoff pitch is taken in there for strike 3. So Cox will strike out looking. No, 1 out as Kapoor will come to bat. Base is empty. Schwartz gets Cox looking on the 3-2 pitch. First pitch of the at-bat to Kapoor taken low and inside for ball 1. The Chanhassen defense, Holloway the catcher from left to right in the infield. Tollefson, Tolberg, Benedict, and Bergman, and the outfield left to right is Lackey, Christensen, and Browning. 1-0 is taken in there to even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. One to Kapoor. Low for ball 2. Wind maybe a little calmer at the moment than it had been as a ground ball at the third baseline. A nice pick by Tollefson. Throw across is in time to get Kapoor. Nice pick by Susie Tollefson going to her right, and then a strong throw across to the first baseman Bergman. So 2 up and 2 down for Edina. Katie Olive, the shortstop, will bat. Pitch taken in there for strike 1. No, Chanhassen has to like how this game has started for them. They got 6 runs in the top of the first inning, and then Schwartz has retired the first 2 Hornets she's faced so far as a breaking ball misses well high. 1 ball and 1 strike. One on the way is lined foul out of play down the left field line. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 from Schwartz. Strike 3 called. So Schwartz strikes out 2 in the inning. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the Chanhassen starting pitcher. After 1 inning of play, it's Chanhassen 6, Edina nothing. You're watching Edina softball on Edina Athletics. We'll be right back. Tolberg with a double in that first inning, came around to score on the 2-run double by the catcher Holloway. Fouls this one to the backstop. It's no balls and a strike. Oh, 1 to Tolberg is popped up on the left side. Who's got it? The shortstop Olive has it. Tollefson is retired, or Tolberg, I should say, is retired, and the inning is over. 2-out single by Schwartz doesn't do any damage. Much better second inning for the pitcher Willette. 1 hit, no runs, no errors, nobody left for the Storm in the top of the second. After an inning and a half, it's Chanhassen 6, Edina nothing. You're watching Edina, the coverage of Edina softball. We'll be right back. Welcome you back inside Pamela Park. Bottom of the second inning. Chanhassen 6, Edina nothing. Bella Miller will lead off for the Hornets. Maria Tyen the catcher, and Kenzie Cox the first baseman due up in the bottom of the second inning against Sydney Schwartz, who had a brilliant first inning, as a foul off to the right side will be caught by the first baseman Bergman. So 1 pitch and 1 out for the Hornets in the bottom of the second. Maria Tyen into bat with 1 out. Oh, Schwartz has retired all 4 she's faced so far in short order. First pitch in for a strike. The 0-1 to Tyen is lined into left field. That will land fair as Tyen will round first, be on her way to second. Tyen with a 1-out double. That's the first Hornets hit. Kenzie Cox to bat for the Hornets with a runner in scoring position. As we talked about a little bit in the bottom of the first inning, let's pick up a run here, a couple runs there. Work your way back from this deficit as the first pitch from Schwartz is taken in for a strike. Schwartz gets her sign, looking in. And the 0-1 on the way is swung on and missed. No balls and 2 strikes, so Schwartz comes back, quickly gets ahead of Cox. No balls and 2 strikes. Cox with her normal stance as the pitch high and outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Cox closing her stance to protect the plate a little bit as she'll swing and miss. So the third strikeout for the pitcher Schwartz, and there are 2 outs now in the bottom of the second inning. Grace Duenhagen will bat. Right fielder. First pitch to Duenhagen is in there for strike one. Tie-in still at second, 2 out. Tie-in with the 1-out double. Pitch to Duenhagen is taken on the outside corner for strike 2, so Schwartz quickly gets ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Duenhagen will be looking to protect down in the count, 0-2 most likely. The 0-2 is popped foul, and another nice catch by Bergman, and that'll end the inning as Bergman makes 2 foul pop-up catches, and the Hornets are retired in the bottom of the second. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left for Edina. After 2, it's Chanhassen 6, Edina nothing. You're watching Edina softball. We'll step aside and come back. We welcome you back to Pamela Park in Edina. Top of the third inning. Chanhassen 6, Edina nothing. Chanhassen getting all 6 in the top of the first inning. Mara Willette had a tough start, but she's settled things down since then after she gave up hits to the first 6 Chanhassen batters she's faced. She's retired 5 of the last 6. Pitch to the catcher Holloway is low for ball 1. Holloway, who had a 2-run double, the biggest hit of that first inning, the 6-run first inning for Chanhassen. No 1 on the way is chopped foul off the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. Wind picking up again a little bit as this one lined into left field. That'll be a base hit for Holloway. Holloway 2 for 2 in the game. She's aboard with a leadoff single in the third inning. That'll bring up the second baseman, Shaden Benedict. Benedict singled, scored the final run of that 6-run barrage in the opening inning for the Storm. Holloway at first, nobody out. Popped into right field. Ranging over is Duenhagen as she makes a nice catch, straddling the foul line. McKenna Bergman will come to bat with 1 out. Runner at first and Holloway. Well, that's first pitch taken in for strike 1. Oh, 1 to Bergman. Inside. Oh, they'll say it caught the corner. No balls and 2 strikes. Willett ahead 0-2. Holloway at first, one out. The 0-2 is driven into center field, but there to make a play on it is the center fielder Perry, and there are two out here in the top half of the third inning. Greta Christensen will bat, grounded out to third to end the first inning. Actually, was the second out of the first inning. I apologize. She'll ground one foul up the third baseline in front of the bag. No balls and one strike to Christensen, the number 8 hitter in the Chanhassen lineup. The 0-1 on the way is popped foul. It'll reach over the backstop and land out of play next to the Hornet dugout. No balls and 2 strikes on Christensen. We'll see if Willett can, again, get out of this inning with only one batter reaching. The 0-2 from Willett is high. If the runner goes, throw down to second will not be in time as it'll kick off of the runner Bergman. Excuse me, Holloway, I apologize. Holloway with the stolen base. 1-2 to Christensen is high. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, that's 2-2. Taken just high. That'll fill the count. The 3-2 payoff pitch on the way. Grounded foul up the third base line, so we'll do it again. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Christensen. Holloway at second after the stolen base. Second stolen base of the game for the Storm. Three-two again on the way is lined foul out of play along the left field line. Christensen battling back from 1-2. Fills the count, has lined a couple of pitches foul. Three-two again on the way is fouled into the backstop. Good at bat for the left fielder Christensen. As she'll see her 7th pitch of the at-bat. And the pitch. Low and inside, ball 4, so Christensen able to work the walk. After falling behind 1-2 in the count. Fouled off a few pitches and gets on base, so now runners at first and second with 2 outs. Emily Lackey, the center fielder, will bat. Popped out to short to end the first inning. Six nothing Chanhassen. Runners at first and second. Top of the third. Ground ball to short. Olive, she'll go the short way to third. And that will end at the top of the third inning. Chanhassen leaves a pair on base. 1 hit, 2 left, no runs. After 2.5 at Chanhassen 6, Edina nothing. We'll step aside. You're watching Edina Softball on Edina Activities Hub. We welcome you back inside Pamela Park in Edina. Chanhassen 6, Edina nothing. As we go to the bottom of the third inning, Ava Carlson, the second baseman, will lead off for the Hornets. Olivia Perry and Avery Cox due up to follow. Schwartz with 3 strikeouts, 1 hit allowed as the bunt dropped down, but Schwartz plays it well, throws to first, and Carlson is retired on 1 pitch. That'll bring up Perry, the center fielder, batting 9th. Only left-handed batter in either team's lineup this afternoon. Perry takes a strike. No balls and 1 strike. The 0-1 on the way is in the dirt. Bounces off the mask of the catcher Holloway to the backstop. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bases empty. 1 out for the Hornets here in the bottom of the third inning. It's Chanhassen 6, Edina nothing. Chanhassen scoring 6 in the first. First 6 batters of the game reached and came around to score for the Storm. Lined into left field, just a poked rather, and that will land fair. Looked like from here was going to land foul, but lands just inside the line, and that's a 1-out double for Olivia Perry. Second straight inning that the Hornets have had a 1-out double. Schwartz was able to leave the runner at second in the second inning, and she'll try to do that again here in the third. Avery Cox struck out looking in her first at-bat. Cox with the sun shining on her ashen gray bat swings and misses for strike 1. Just the second hit allowed by Schwartz on that double. Pitch high for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on Avery Cox, the left fielder. Schwartz is 1-1, taken in for strike 2.
I should show you the food in the cup. I'll get like 3 or 4 cups of it. Yeah, like he hates it.
1-2 from Schwartz, popped up on the infield. The shortstop Tolberg is there to make the play. Cox is retired and there are 2 down. Mia Kapoor will bat with a runner in scoring position now with 2 out. Pitch on the way, taken in for strike 1. So the Hornets got a 1-out double in the last inning, but Schwartz stranded her. Schwartz now 1 out away from doing the same here in the third. The 0-1 to Kapoor is low for ball 1. Wind largely blowing across from left to right. Kapoor will ground this one up the third baseline. Good pick by Tollefson. Throw across to Bergman. Retires Kapoor. Very similar to the first inning ground out for Kapoor. The Hornets do not score. They leave 1. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left for the Hornets. After 3, it's Chanhassen 6, Edina nothing. You're watching Edina Softball on the Edina Activities Hub. Back here at Pamela Park, top of the fourth inning, Chanhassen 6, Edina nothing.
No.
Leading off the fourth inning, Marin Browning, the right fielder. Pitch low and outside. So I guess I should correct myself. I said the only left-handed batter in either lineup. More accurately, the only left-handed batter in Edina's lineup was Perry, the center fielder, Browning for the Storm. The sole left-handed batter in the Storm lineup this afternoon. Browning 1 for 2. Singled, stole a second base in the first inning, came around to score. Grounded out to the pitcher, Willett, in the second inning. Top of the fourth inning. 3-0 is in there for strike one on Browning. Willett got off to a really tough start, but has settled in nicely. 3-1 on the way is lifted out into left field. That's a fair. It'll be a caught in foul territory by the left fielder Avery Cox. Oh, 1 out here in the top of the fourth inning. Tollefson will bat. Tollefson 1 for 2. RBI double in the first. Flew out to right. Ground ball to short. Up with it is Olive. Low throw across, but able to come up with the pick out of the dirt is the first baseman, Kenzie Cox. 2 up, 2 down for the Storm in the top of the fourth inning. Sidney Schwartz, the pitcher, coming up to bat. Schwartz 2 for 2 in the game, as she'll take a pitch high and outside for ball 1. Schwartz had an RBI double in the first, singled with 2 outs in the second. The 1 out of Schwartz, as she'll lift this one foul out of play off the left side. Six nothing. Storm leading. Top of the fourth inning. 2 out. Bases empty. The 1-1 on the way inside. Actually, say that clipped the inside edge, so that'll make it 1 ball and 2 strikes. I apologize. 1-2 fouled off to the left and out of play over the Hornet dugout. Will stay 1 ball and 2 strikes. First 6 Chanhassen batters in the top of the first inning reached and scored. Well, that's only given up 2 hits since then. This one lined into left field on cue, so now 3 hits since that tough start given up by Willett, as Schwartz has her 3rd hit of the game. She's aboard with 2 out. That'll bring up Karina Tolberg, the shortstop, 1 for 2 in the game. Singled and flew out to center field. First pitch of the at-bat taken in for strike 1. Willett will look at strike 2. Say the batter Tolberg taking strike 2 is flinched at that pitch, but the umpire said it clipped the corner for strike 2. The 0-2 on the way is fouled off to the right and out of play. Over to have a look at it is Kenzie Cox, but no play. No balls and 2 strikes on Tolberg. The 0-2 on the way is lined into left field. That will find the gap. That'll go to the wall. Actually, that's gone. That's going to be a home run. A 2-run home run for Karina Tolberg. 8-0. Chanhassen with the lead. That'll bring up the catcher Holloway. So the 2-run homer for Tolberg out into left center field. Holloway 2 for 2 in the game. A ground ball to short. Olive up with it. Good throw across, and that'll end the inning. But the Storm add 2 more. A 2-run home run by Karina Tolberg. And after 3.5, it's Chanhassen 8, Edina nothing. We'll step aside, come back for the bottom of the 4th inning. You're watching Edina softball on the Edina Athletic Hub. Back here at Pamela Park in Edina, 8-0 now, in favor of Chanhassen. It'll be Katie Olive, Bella Miller, and Maria Tyen due up to bat here in the bottom of the 4th against Sydney Schwartz, who's only given up 2 hits in 3 innings for the Storm. Olive will ground this one back to Schwartz. Easy throw over to first. 1 pitch, 1 out for the Storm in the bottom of the 4th inning. That'll bring up Bella Miller. Fouled out to first in the 2nd inning. Miller with her faded ashen gray bat, not reflecting a lot of sunlight, as she'll watch ball 1 outside. One-0 on the way is inside. That evens things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. One on the way, swung on and missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the Edina designated hitter. 2-run home run for Karina Tolberg in the top of the inning for the Storm. 1-2 is low, and that'll make it a 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tolberg getting one up in that wind that's been pretty unpredictable today here at Pamela Park. Schwartz is 2-2 on the way. Rolled softly up the first baseline. It'll trickle foul. Down remains 2 balls and 2 strikes on Miller. Chanhassen 8, Edina nothing, bottom of the fourth inning. Base is empty with one out. The 2-2 on the way is fouled to the backstop. Schwartz has struck out 3, allowed just 2 hits in 3 1/3. 2-2 on the way. Strike 3 called. 4th strikeout for Schwartz. 2 out now in the bottom of the 4th inning. Three of the 4 strikeouts have been looking. 2 of them came back in the opening inning. Maria Tyen to bat. Doubled in the second inning and was left there. She bats with 2 out, takes strike 1. Oh, 1 on the way. Low and in the dirt. That'll even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. One on the way to Tyen as she grounds it back to the mound. Schwartz off the mound makes a good play, good throw over to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Schwartz and the Storm in the bottom of the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left. After 4, it's Chanhassen 8, Edina nothing. You're watching coverage of Edina softball on the Edina Activities Hub. We welcome you back to Pamela Park in Edina. 8-0 Chanhassen heading to the top of the 5th inning. New pitcher for the Hornets will be Bella Miller. Mara Willent goes 4 innings, gives up 8 runs, including the 2-run home run to the shortstop Tolberg. Shaden Benedict, Kenna Berkman, Greta Christensen to bat for Chanhassen as the first pitch of the inning is popped into left field from Benedict. Ranging over to make the catch is the center fielder Perry for the Hornets. 1 pitch, 1 out in the top of the 5th inning. That'll bring up the first baseman Bergman, 0 for 2 in the game. Pitch taken for strike 1 on the inside edge. That ball had a little bit of bite to it, cutting its way back across the plate from right to left. Oh, 1 from Miller is low and inside this time. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. One from Miller is tapped foul off to the right. Miller getting ahead in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Chanhassen leading at 8-0. First 6 batters of the game reached and scored. It was 6-0 after the first inning for the Storm. Then in the top of the 4th inning, Tolberg with a home run as this one softly grounded back to Miller. Throw to first is in time. Bergman grounds out back to the pitcher. That'll bring up the left fielder Greta Christensen. 0 for 1, did walk in the 3rd inning. Grounded out to 3rd in the 1st as a looping pitch taken outside for ball 1. Third baseman Kapoor kind of shield her eyes from the sun a little bit as the sun starting to play a little bit of havoc as we get later in the afternoon. Top of the 5th inning, 2 out, nobody on for the Storm. Chanhassen leading 8-0 as Miller's pitch high and outside for ball 3. – 3-0 from Miller, taken for strike 1. Wind now blowing out into left center field a little bit. A 3-1, taken high for ball 4, so Christensen will walk for the second time in the game. Emily Lackey, the number 9 hitter for the Storm, will bat. She's 0 for 1. Pitch to Lackey, swung on and missed. Runner at first, 2 out for the Storm in the top of the 5th inning. Chanhassen 8, Edina nothing. Christensen at first with the walk. 0-1 on the way is popped up on the left side. It'll drift out into left field. And fighting with that wind and unable to come up with the catch with the shortstop, Olive. Runner will go to 3rd. That's Christensen. Lackey will end up at 2nd. Wait for the official scoring on that play. Then that wind kind of wreaking havoc a little bit, blowing out into left field. That ball got away from the shortstop Olive, landed in left field, so now Chanhassen with 2 in scoring position. Browning, the right fielder, with a 1-1 count now. Pitch to Browning, tapped into right field. That will sneak through. That'll bring in 1 run. Browning will now take 2nd on the throw home. It's 9-0 Storm, as in to score is Christensen. Lackey to 3rd. An RBI single for Browning. And then Browning taking 2nd on the throw. So Chanhassen leading at 9-0. Tollefson, the 3rd baseman, taking a pitch inside. Runners at 2nd and 3rd, 2 out. 1 in for the Storm here in the top of the 5th. And the pitch is grounded foul up the 3rd base line. Sydney Schwartz, the batter, with a 1-1 count. Schwartz will see this pitch inside for ball 2. Schwartz 3 for 3 in the game. Pitch to Schwartz, taken high for ball 2.
That's good. So if I don't answer,
Ball 3, excuse me. No, 3-1 to Schwartz. Excuse me, Tollefson, I apologize. Tollefson. Tollefson is 1 for 3 in the game. The pitch to Tollefson is high and outside for ball 4. So that will bring Schwartz to the plate now with the bases loaded. So Lackey is at third, Browning at second, Tollefson at first. And Schwartz, who maybe didn't pick up from my mistake, is 3 for 3 on the day, holding that blue bat high, grounds one foul up the third base line. 9-0 Chanhassen with the lead. Threatening to possibly make the next at-bat the last ups for Edina if they can add on any more in this inning. The 0-1 from Miller. Low for ball 1. Miller taking some hard practice swings with that blue bat. The 1-1 on the way, swung on and missed. Foul tip officially. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Miller trying to get out of this jam, giving up just the 1 run. One ball, 2 strikes. Pitch is, it hits Schwartz, so that will bring in the 10th run for Chanhassen. So Schwartz is hit by a pitch. Lackey, I should say, is in to score. Browning goes to third. Tollefson to second. 10-0 Chanhassen, and now officially the next at-bat will be the last up for Edina if they can't come up with a couple of runs to keep the game going. And that'll bring up Tolberg, who had the 2-run home run in the 4th. That made it 8-0. Swung on and missed, and then a pitch in there for strike 2, so Miller quickly ahead. The 0-2 to Tolberg as she'll pop it up on the right side. And unable to come up with the catch in foul territory is Kenzie Cox. Though Tolberg stays alive with a count of no balls and 2 strikes. Bases loaded, 2 out, 2 in for Chanhassen. No balls, 2 strikes on Tolberg. The 0-2 from Miller is low and in the dirt. One 2 to Tolberg is popped up right side of the infield. Over to make the catch as bumping into each other Carlson and Cox. Carlson comes up with the catch. That will end the inning, but 2 more runs on 2 hits for Chanhassen, and they lead 10-0. Possible last stumps for Edina after 4.5. It's Chanhassen 10, Edina nothing. You're watching coverage of Edina softball on Edina Sports Hub. We welcome you back to Pamela Park, bottom of the 5th inning. Possible last ups for the Hornets as Chanhassen leads 10-0. Ella Moe pinch hitting for Edina. Sydney Schwartz back out there. 4 scoreless innings, giving up 3 hits. Chanhassen leading at 10-0. If Edina does not score in this inning, the game will come to an end here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Pitch taken high and outside. 1 ball and no strikes to the pinch hitter, Moe. High for ball 2. (2-0) on the way, high for ball 3. Hornets have not gotten the leadoff hitter on in the game. And the pitch in there for a strike. I apologize. New Chanhassen pitcher as well. I apologize for that. Fortunately, don't have that information offhand, but 3-1 to the pinch hitter, Moe. Fouled to the backstop. Went from number 11 to number 1. So Schwartz had 4 excellent innings, as the Storm will try to close it out here in the bottom of the 5th inning, leading 10-0. The 3-2 lined up the middle, a base hit for Moe. Well, the leadoff hitter gets on here in the top of the 5th as the Hornets trying to keep the game alive. So Moe with the leadoff single. Duenhagen will bat. She's 0 for 1 in the game as the pitch high. Well, the Hornets have the leadoff runner on, trying to keep the game alive. Only need 1 run to do so. Pitch high to Duenhagen. It's 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 swung on and missed by Duenhagen. 2 balls and 1 strike. Moe is at first. 10-0 Chanhassen. Edina needs at least 1 run to keep the game going into the 6th inning. 2-1 lined into center field. And having the ball go off her glove and roll toward the wall is the center fielder Christensen. Throw into third. 2nd and 3rd for Edina, nobody out. So Edina now in a very good position to extend the game into the 6th inning. Adriana Weigel will step into bat. Runners at 2nd and 3rd, nobody out. 10-0 Chanhassen, and the pitch in there for strike 1. Weigel batting for Carlson. And the pitch swung on and missed. No balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 lined into left field. That'll drop in for a base hit. With the first Edina run of the game is Moe. And the game will continue into the 6th inning as Edina gets it back under 10 runs. It's 10-1. Now Moe comes in to score. It's an RBI single for Weigel. Runners at first and third for the Hornets. First pitch of the at-bat, low and in the dirt. .1-0 on the way is high. Weigel goes, throw down to second off target. It'll roll into center field. And in with the second run is Duenhagen. With Weigel coming around as well, she'll score. It's a two-run error on the throw into center field, and Edina now trailing 10-3. Ground ball to third. Tollefson throw across in time for the first out of the inning. Perry grounds out to third. That'll turn the lineup over. Avery Cox to bat. So the Hornets put up 3. Well, they'll keep the game going. Pitch to Cox, low and in the dirt for ball 1. 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning. 10-3, Chanhassen with the lead. Pitch high. .2-0 is high for ball 3. .30 pitch is high, and Cox will take a 1-out walk. That'll bring up Mia Kapoor, who is 0 for 2 in the game. 2 hot smashes to third. 2 good picks by the third baseman, Tollefson. 10-3, Chanhassen 1 out. Bottom of the 5th inning is the pitch high. Cox is at first. 3 are in for the Hornets in the 5th inning. Runner goes, throw down to second will be in time. No, Cox is thrown out stealing. Kapoor now with a count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch low for ball 2. Well, the Hornets came into the inning trailing 10-0, able to scratch out 3 to keep the game alive for a 6th inning. Pitch to Kapoor was low for ball 3. 3-1, Kapoor grounds foul off to the left side. That'll fill the count at 3-2. The 3-2 is high and outside as Kapoor draws a 2-out walk. Katie Olive will come to bat. 2 outs, runner at first, 10-3. Chanhassen with the lead. Popped up into right field. Coming in to make the catch to end the inning is the right fielder, Browning. The Hornets score 3 runs on 2 hits. After 5, it's Chanhassen 10, Edina 3 will step aside and come back with the top of the 6th inning. You're watching coverage of Edina softball on Edina Sports Hub. Welcome back to Pamela Park, top of the 6th inning. Chanhassen 10, Edina 3. Bella Miller back out there for her 2nd inning of work. Scheduled hitters for the Storm will be Hannah Holloway, Shaden Benedict, and Kenna Bergman. Miller's pitch is low and in the dirt. That evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Edina down to their last ups. They scored 3 to keep the game alive. One on the way, grounded to short. Olive up with it. Throw across is in time for the first out. Mo, the new first baseman for the Hornets. That'll bring up Shaden Benedict. Benedict is 1 for 3 in the game. Benedict looks at strike 1. Benedict singled and scored in that 6-run first. 0-1 bounces in front of the plate for ball 1. One ball, 1 strike to the Chanhassen second baseman. Miller's pitch is inside. Pitch swung on and fouled to the backstop. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Benedict. Top of the 6th inning, nobody on, nobody out. 10-3, Chanhassen leading it. Lots of other action going on here at Pamela Park. We have another game going on the diamond behind us as this one is popped up behind third base. A nice diving catch by the shortstop, Olive. Though Benedict retired on a nice diving play by Olive. That'll bring up Kenna Bergman with nobody on and 2 outs, and a pitch in for a strike. Bergman is 0 for 3. Pitch low and inside. One on the way, swung on and missed. Hornets pitchers don't have a strikeout in the game yet. Would be a good moment to get one. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Bergman. Popped up on the left side foul. And unable to come up with the play at the fence is the new third baseman for the Hornets. So Duenhagen will move to third. Let's say she has moved to third. She's been out there this whole inning. 1-2 popped up out of play behind the Chanhassen dugout. Top of the 6th inning, Chanhassen, I should say, leading by 7. I don't know why I was going to say Shakopee. They're not here. Chanhassen 10, Edina 3. Top of the 6th inning, 2 outs, nobody on. Bergman lines this one into center field. That'll drop for a base hit. A 2-out single for Bergman. That's her first hit of the game. We'll get a pinch hitter for Chanhassen. Chanhassen dugout extremely vocal right now with the pinch hitter coming up. Chanhassen 10, Edina 3. The first pitch is high for ball 1. One 0 on the way, taken for strike 1. Popped up on the right side. Coming in to make the catch is Mo, and that will end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left for Chanhassen after 5.5. It's Chanhassen 10 and Edina 3. You're watching coverage of Edina softball on the Edina Sports Hub. Don't go anywhere. We welcome you back inside Pamela Park. Bottom half of the 6th inning. It's 10-3. Chanhassen leading Edina.
Thank you.
Bella Miller to bat. Miller with a loud foul off to the right, off the screen. Chanhassen's first 6 batters reached and scored in the top of the 1st inning. Miller lines this one up the middle, but that's caught by the shortstop. One out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. That's Schwartz, who started the game at pitcher and now playing shortstop. There to catch that liner up the middle. So Miller with the first out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. That'll bring up the catcher, Maria Tyen, as Tyen will swing and miss.
Hey, buddy. Thursday, I have 2 NIT games with Minnesota Hockey at the Plymouth Ice Center in the evening. Want to know
Pitch outside.
John Thomas taking the first 2 in the day, and the second 2. And then I have
1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Popped up right side in foul territory. Unable to come up with the catch is the first baseman, Bergman, as it pops in and out of her glove. So it'll be a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes as Tyen stays alive in the at-bat. One-two to Tyen is low and in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 6th inning. Chanhassen 10, Edina 3. Nobody on, 1 out. The 2-2 poked out into right field, and that'll be a base hit for Maria Tyen. Tyen now 2 for 3 in the game. Zella Moe will come to bat once again for Edina. Came in the 5th inning as a pitch high. Singled and scored the first Edina run of the day. And the pitch. Grounded to third, fair down the third base line. So Moe 2 for 2. She'll hold up at first with a single. Tyen will stay at second. Edina first and second with 1 out. Grace Duenhagen to bat. Duenhagen will bat with runners at first and second. 1 out. 10-3. Chanhassen with the lead. The flag is hanging limp. Well, now it blows a little bit out in left field as they pitch in the dirt. I was about to ask how that was possible because the wind is roaring into the headset once again here behind the dish from our vantage point in the bleachers behind home plate. 1-0 to Duenhagen is slammed foul to the backstop. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch grounded back to the pitcher. She'll go to first for the out. So the runners will move up to second and third. Now Duenhagen is out 1-3. Moe goes to second and Tyen to third. So 2 runners in scoring position. Pitch to Weigel, low and in the dirt. Weigel singled and scored in that 3-run 5th inning for the Hornets. Pitch slammed foul hard in front of the Chanhassen dugout. 1 ball, 1 strike. Perry on deck. Runners at second and third. Lined foul again up the first base line. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 poked back of second base. That'll be a base hit. That'll score a pair, and it's 10-5. Tie-in scores. Mo scores. That's a 2-run single for Weigel. So now a runner at first, 2 in, 2 out. Perry to bat. Pitch is outside. No, Edina has cut the deficit in half. Trailed 10-0 going into the bottom of the 5th inning. 3 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th. Pitch poked on the third base side, and that will get out of play on the pitch to Perry. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. One lash fair up the first base line, and then it'll get away from the right fielder Browning. So both runners will move up. They'll keep on running. Weigel will score. Into third is Perry. It's 10-6. So laser up the first base line, and then it got away from Bergman. As the Chanhassen coach has come to make the signal that Schwartz, I think, is going to come back into the game to pitch. Having to go into the dugout to change gloves. No, Schwartz will come back in, try to lock this one down for Chanhassen, who led 10-0. Now it's 10-6. Bottom of the 6th inning. 2 outs, runner at third. That's Perry. We'll step aside for a moment. The Edina has pushed their way back into the mirror. We'll be right back. Sydney Schwartz will re-enter the game as pitcher for Chanhassen, and a drive into right field, ranging over, though, to make the catch.
I didn't even need to touch that.
To end the inning is the right fielder, Browning. So Schwartz comes back into the game, 1 pitch, 1 out, and Edina is out in the bottom of the 6th inning. They do pick up they pick up 3. After 6, it's Chanhassen 10, now Edina 6. We'll step aside here on the Edina Athletics Hub. Welcome back to Pamela Park, top of the 7th inning. 10-6, Chanhassen with the lead. Bella Miller working her 3rd inning of work. It'll be the 9-1 and 2 hitters, Lackey, Browning, Tollefson for Chan in the top of the 7th inning. So Edina has cut a 10-0 deficit to 10-6. That's a slow dribbler foul up the first baseline by Lackey. Lackey 1 for 3 in the game. Wide open stance. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. Strike 2 called. Ball gets away from Miller. Miller ahead in the count, 1-2, and the pitch swung on and missed. Great breaking ball from Miller as Lackey swings and misses. She's the first out here in the top of the 7th inning. Roll over to the top of the order, Browning. Browning got things started with a single, a stolen base, scored the first run of the game. Reached 3rd base earlier with a grounder up the middle. Throw to first just in time. Good play. It's Kapoor now playing second base. No, 2 up, 2 down for Chan here in the top of the 7th inning. Pitch inside to Tollefson. Tollefson is 1 for 3 with a walk, Grounder to 3rd. Duenhagen up with it. Good throw across. 1-2-3 for Miller in the top of the 7th inning. Last chance for Edina. 10-6. Chanhassen leading after 6.5 innings. No runs, no hits, nobody left. We'll step aside on the Edina Athletics Hub. We welcome you back to Pamela Park, bottom of the 7th inning. The last chance for Edina, trailing 10-6. Well, they'll have the heart of the order coming up. It'll be Kapoor, Olive, and Miller due up to bat against Sydney Schwartz. Schwartz, who pitched 4 innings, 4 really good innings, we should say, then stepped aside, played some shortstop, came back in the bottom of the 6th to get the final out, with Edina threatening to cut into that lead even further, and she'll look to close out the game. Chanhassen leading by 4, 10-6. First pitch outside to Kapoor. Kapoor fouls one back. Chanhassen got the first 10, then Edina's gotten the next 6. Pitch to Kapoor. Taken just inside. Slow breaking pitch. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 to Kapoor. Low for ball 3. Edina just needs base runners any way they can get them. The 3-1 fouled back and out of play. Well, Schwartz has now tallied 4 1/3 total innings between her start and then re-entering the game as a pitcher in the 8th inning. Struck out 4. Given up just 3 hits. And the pitch outside, ball 4. And there's a start for Edina. Leadoff batter Kapoor is aboard. That'll bring up Katie Olive. Olive is 0 for 2. So Edina dugout trying to cheer on the rally. Runner at first, nobody out. Pitch taken for a strike. The 0-1 loops in for strike 2. No Olive behind in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 to Olive swung on and missed. No, Olive strikes out on 3 pitches, and there's the first out. Fifth strikeout, just the second swinging strikeout for Schwartz. Well, now the runner at first with 1 out. Pitch to Miller. Strike 1. Schwartz lost Kapoor, but has come back with 4 straight strikes since then. Pitch fouled off to the right over the Chanhassen dugout, out of play. Will be no balls and 2 strikes. Bella Miller has had 3 pretty good innings on the pitching mound. Looking for her first hit. She's 0 for 3. Down in the count, 0-2. 0-2 on the way. Inside, it'll get away from the catcher Holloway. Kapoor goes down to second base. Bottom of the 7th inning. Chanhassen 10, Edina 6. 1 out, runner at second base. Miller 1-2. Swings and misses, strike 3. So Schwartz has come back with 2 straight strikeouts, and now Edina down to their last out. Maria Trine coming to bat. Trine is 2 for 3 in the game. A double, a single came around to score in the 6th inning. Schwartz gets ahead, no balls and a strike. The 0-1 loops in for strike 2, and now the Hornets down to their last strike. Schwartz walked Kapoor to start the inning, but then she struck out Olive and Miller. Trying to keep the game alive. The 0-2 just outside. One ball, 2 strikes. Runner at second. 10-6. Chanhassen leading it. The 1-2 to Trine. Poked foul. A defensive swing to just foul it off and stay alive. So we'll stay 1-2. Schwartz's 1-2 swung on and missed, strike 3, and that's your ball game. Chanhassen scores the first 10. Edina rallies. They put up 6, but that rough first inning, just too much to overcome for the Hornets this afternoon, as Chanhassen will take this game by a final score of 10-6. Schwartz, the winning pitcher. She goes 5 1/3 total innings. And the losing pitcher is Mara Willette. Chanhassen with 10 runs on 12 hits. Edina with 6 runs on 8 hits. So Chanhassen will take it this afternoon by a score of 10-6. Our player of the game for Edina is Adriana Weigel, who came off the bench, and a couple of RBI hits and a couple of runs. We'll see you from the ballpark next time. Final score one more time, Chanhassen 10, Edina 6. We'll catch you next time from a field near you.